Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Indy, and today we're going to revisit and review Biomutant. First off, let me just say Biomutant is a quirky and somewhat goofy game. This review might follow that a little bit. However, it's also a serious game about a world long past the time of humans. The World Eaters are destroying the world, and a plague is killing the World Tree. Well, then again, it's not so serious. There are silly names for things and hilarious little creatures all throughout the land. Yep, this is Biomutant.
That's active biocontaminated sludge. Enough goo to cause a flux at a molecular level.
By now, you've heard all the sayings about Biomutant. You either enjoy the game or you don't. Well, I mean, that goes for most games, right? You've also probably heard about the mechanics and the gunplay and the builds and the customization as well. I mean, let's be real. If you're a gamer, then you've probably heard quite a bit about this game. Some good, some bad. The thing is, Biomutant was getting a ton of buzz when it released. That's negative and positive. You know what they say. And after the major update though, Biomutant went through, I feel that it's justifiable to revisit this game. Let me go ahead and be upfront with you. I loved this game. I spent hours upon hours doing this. Yes, a lot of this. I found myself captivated by the crafting and the freedom the game gives you to tinker with things. I could go on and on about the amazing biomes and how you have to dress for success in the game. Or about how much I love shooting things and then whacking baddies upside the head. But you already know this stuff, right? See, I knew almost immediately I was going to enjoy playing the game. Being able to create basically your own character is awesome, and the fact your attributes change by your appearance is just, well, it's like chef's kiss. Toss all that in a bowl and mix it together, and I was playing one of my favorite games of this year. Now, I know Biomutant had some of its issues. It's not a perfect game, but after the major update, I decided to check out some of these new fixes and see how it worked. Quite frankly, at first, I didn't notice much. Then I started to dig a little deeper. The loot variation and loot drops have drastically changed, and for the better. You can instantly scrap a piece as well when you pick it up, and that is very handy. But the one thing I thought was the best fix was being able to turn down the gibberish and narrator talk or turn it off completely. That seriously was one of the most annoying parts of the game. I don't know how anyone would think having someone narrate every move would be a good idea, but they did it. Every person I talked to while playing said the same thing. Kudos to the developers for listening to the player feedback. Biomutant is 100% worth checking out, regardless if you haven't even played it already. The humor in the game is freaking great. Something I found interesting after revisiting the game was that it's almost like two separate games. In the beginning, you're taking down forts and trying to unite the creatures. And don't get me wrong, that was fun, but honestly a few times I was like, is this the entire game? And then all of a sudden it changes, and it gives you the option if you want it to change that way. I mean, that sums up Biomutant right there. Having choice. Do you want to play it dark, or do you want to be a goodie and go with the light side? I chose the light because I just have a hard time being cruel even in video games. The fixes certainly gave the game new life, a breath of fresh air, if you will, into the game. It was something that needed to be done, and the developers did it. There are tweaks here and there, like enemy damage and enemy levels changing to match more your level. I wouldn't say the update changed the game overall, but it definitely helped smooth out some of the rough edges that it had. I'll put it as simple as possible. I love Biomutant, flaws and all. With the new fixes, it just reassured my first feeling of the game that it's just fun. It's a fun game. It gives you the freedom to create what you want. It lets you craft what you want. It lets you upgrade your character however you want to, and you can modify your clothes, mix and match outfits however you like. Learn new combat moves, gain perks, ride a goo glide, or other things that I can't even begin to pronounce. You can go at your own pace as you traverse a map full of different biomes, and very beautiful looking ones at that. The game isn't crazy hard, which they did add a extreme difficulty setting because once again the developers listened to their player base. But my point is that you won't be punished for playing how you see fit. I highly recommend this game, so ignore all the negativity that you've heard in the past and go out and give it a try. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing. Check out our website. Also, just want to say, I really love this game. I loved it before the update. You know, it's been one of my favorite games so far this year. So, yeah, again, thank you guys so much. And guess what? Indian, brah.